Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my goodness, it's been absolutely crazy these past few weeks. I've been moving around, and so the move is now official. Within the last week, it's been a total transit period for me. So thank you so very much for your patience with these readings, these early November readings. And all of you who supported the mid-October readings, thank you so very much for your gracious support. And I was so happy to see you guys there. All right, so there are a few announcements here as it pertains to the mid-November readings. I'll be having it same kind of protocol for this month for the mid-November 15th to the 30th readings. And I've changed a few things, okay, to help the process move forward a bit more seamlessly tech-wise. And so for one, okay, they are now available to reserve on the website, alchemynew.com, link in the bio description below. The way that it'll work, okay, is when you order in the email that comes through to you via Alchemy New, so the Alchemy New confirmation order will be a chat link. Okay, so if you have any questions about the tech side of receiving access, okay, then you can chat via that chat link, okay, and it'll come directly to me, so I'll address it right then and there, so that there's no missing emails and so on and so forth. Okay, another note: if you want to reach out via email, please email directly to alchemynew@gmail.com, as if there's a response or direct response to the email that has been sent out via the Alchemy New confirmation email, it doesn't come through, okay? So I realized that, in the last month, and so now it's clear that the emails need to come directly, okay, in a brand new email. So if you choose to reach out via email directly, then you can do it that way. Okay. Any other announcements? Okay, so the mid-November readings are going to be delivered on November 11th. Okay, so I'm thinking of doing it right on just a few days prior to the 15th, whenever they will be available during the month. And so if you order them any point until the 11th, know that they'll be delivered via email to you on, or perhaps even a few days before the 11th. All right. And any more announcements here? Let's see. Yes. Okay. The emails will be sent to is that which is linked to the account that you pay with. So if you're paying via PayPal, then it's your PayPal email address. So check that email address when seeking for that confirmation email to come through. And please also check your spam, just in case it goes to spam. Okay, thank you all so very much. I'm so excited to get these early November readings to you. They're beautiful. Transformations abound for us all here. And remember, we are every sign. So, right, it's a matter of how and what propensity it aligns with your particular chart. And thank you all so much again for your love, your light, your support on this journey forward. And I'll talk to you soon. Hi, Libra. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your early November reading. Of course, energy is fluid. It may permeate a little before the 1st, a little after the 15th. Thank you so very much for your patience with it. Without further ado, let us get right into it, Libra. I was meditating on your energy before I turned on the camera, and I was getting this focus on interest, the peaking of curiosity, of desire, of excitement specifically, something to do with dreaming as well. I'm zeroing in on amethyst, which is the stone of Pisces. Okay, very sort of Neptunian energy, and there's something that has captivated you, Libra, absolutely captivated you, and it's almost as if you feel like there's no, I'm hearing sense of coherency to it. There's no explanation, and that's almost what makes it so, I'm hearing, darn attractive in a certain way. Okay. Now, and there's a little bit of a, I'm hearing, as I was meditating on your energy, spiritual on camera, I was hearing dumbfounded, Lovers, right side up, overlaying the Five of Swords upright. Okay, we'll heed that. This is Gemini's card. These two cards are very closely, I'm hearing, ligated. Okay, you have the Ace of Swords in reverse, right with the Hierophant here. The fifth card in the Major Arcana, the fifth card of the air suit. Now you have another duo that wants to come out. The Six of Cups in reverse, right beneath, exactly parallel to the Wheel of Fortune, number 10 in the Major Arcana. So you have the 5, the Hierophant, and the 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, now, Libra, I was hearing dumbfounded, though, and there's perhaps a little bit of I'm hearing dabbling, okay. It's a little bit like an experimental sort of energy. And as I say that, out pops the Daughter of Wands upright and the Mother of Swords in reverse. Okay, so there may be, I'm getting that this is you, and whatever this experimentation may be, it could be even of the mind. I'm hearing flowers and fruit. Okay, tasting the colors of the rainbow. Okay, of your essence. I'm hearing it's very uncharacteristic in a certain way of you, as others may perceive it, as you may have. I'm hearing lined up to be a sort of character. Okay, that you felt comfortable upholding in a certain way. Now, there's a certain action that. Again, I'm hearing experimentation of action. I'm hearing specifically of tasting, okay? That Six of Pentacles, okay, in reverse, right at the apex of your spread. And as I reach for that card, my palm hits this smoky quartz stone, and that speaks to earth energy, but not just as a I'm hearing plain and simple, okay, sort of plain Jane. I'm hearing for you sort of circumstance, not in terms of the third dimension. Okay, smoky quartz speaks to, yes, the groundedness, but the connectedness between other dimensions and the third dimension. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me, Libra. There's something is anomalous. Okay, something is anomalous. Whatever it is you're working with, it's like it's not just. I'm not just going to work. I'm not just. I'm hearing blowing off steam. I'm excavating. I'm excavating the sites of my being. Okay, now you have the Four of Pentacles right side up, right over this Death card in reverse. Okay, right over the Tower in reverse, right over the Devil upright, right over the Father of Pentacles upright. There's a focus here on absolutely the not yet again, not just, yeah, there's a focus on the third dimension, but not just, I'm hearing yet again, plain Jane, simple like plain Jane. Okay, something to do with that. I'm hearing rhyme or reason. I'm hearing what you see is what is not what you get, and it's not that you're observing something, it's that you're experiencing something. You're trying things out. Okay, that's the feeling that I'm getting very strongly here, in a way that it's an experimental course, and that in such a way that compels you to seek deeper meaning in what even the third dimension represents for you. So it's almost as if I'm seeing you. It's almost as if you're sitting in a lab, okay, and you've got these different tools. And to anyone, okay, who would know lab work, okay, they would look at those certain tools and oh, that's the pipette, that's the whatever that is, used for whatever it's normally used for by us scientists, okay? But you, Libra, you're taking what is, I'm hearing routine, regimented, and you're redefining the paradigm that I'm hearing the paradigm that it is accessible to. So you're, in other words, you're applying what's sort of normal, so to speak, a normalcy, to, I'm hearing I'm hearing biofeedback for a number of you, bioengineered, frequency. Okay, I'm hearing for you. There's you're moving beyond the paradigm of the relevance of, I'm hearing measured growth, means of what growth, okay, of what stability, of what even perseverance, the pursuit of our goals, of abundance, of success in a certain way, what that means. And you're working, like I'm hearing like Play-Doh, with, take it as you will, right? Play-Doh, the substance, right? That generally is known to be, right, a sort of matter that children play with, okay? Or, right, the philosopher, Plato. So there's something here, Libra, that I'm hearing you're bending, okay, your perspective to understand more deeply how it can be applied, and it's transformational. Whatever this is, it causes you to completely, you're not just reshaping, it's not just like alchemy, so to speak. It's not just lab work. The process of engaging in that work is a process, I'm hearing, unto yourself, through yourself, of yourself. Experimenting through you, on you in a certain way. And you are transforming with the transformational quality of your work. It's very interesting. So you're getting it again, specifically, you're experiencing yourself through whatever this experimentation is. And while, yes, yet again, it regards, it engages the third dimension, be it material, matter, actual matter, finances, okay? I'm hearing substance, liquid substance, be it concepts, frameworks of understanding how the paradigm of the third dimension applies to matters of transformation, archetypes. I'm hearing the archetypal character, okay, that I'm hearing character structure that is a reference point for us in a certain way as it pertains to what it is we actually create in the world, actually being, right, sort of an arguable figure of speech. The way that you take it, Libra, right? But in the third dimension, what does creation mean to us? Okay, now the frame of mind here is of utmost importance as you come to see it. It's a matter entirely almost of perspective, yet again, and perspective by way of charged by desire. by vision, right? We see this sun on the third eye chakra area of this lamb. And we have the Two of Wands here that sits in reverse right beneath the Four of Swords. Fire, right? The alluding to fire, to the spark. I'm hearing the divine elements. Okay, take it as you will. This could be representing in a certain way the manifestation of the four elements: water, fire, earth, air, okay, in the third dimension. But yet again, I'm hearing for your recharacterization of tools in the tool chest. And it's almost as if, I'm getting this for a number of you, it's almost as if there are a number of skills, of gifts, of propensities that you realize you hold that are to be channeled in a certain way as it pertains to perhaps career, finances, okay, and what you create. And you realize, I've been using these tools in this kind of way for however long. And I'm realizing that by way of connecting deeply, deeply, deeply to my vision, rather than focusing on how, in a practical way, I mean, that makes sense, in a sensible sort of way, I am to apply what skill sets I feel that I'm hearing I own, okay, I have in a certain way. By way of concentrating on the vision only and understanding my self through the process of nearing my understanding of how it is that I am to channel, that I express myself in the third dimension, helps me understand why I have these gifts. And there's a point at which, Libra, that's the only focus for you, on desire, on the vision, on the passion, on the feeling. And it's like I see you're like, well, okay, I'm getting specifically in the lab, okay, be it literal, be it non-literal, be it sort of metaphorical. There's, I'm seeing you almost as if you're like, okay, I'm going to turn off the lights in the lab, and I'm going to work with these tools with my eyes closed. Okay, I'm going to feel what I've been working with for so very long, to understand it in a different light. It literally, okay, be it literally, be it yet again, right, metaphorically, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, however you take it, Libra, there's a reconstruction, reconfiguration of how we idealize matters of abundance, success, and as well how we interact with that dimension of our being in the third dimension and what it is that we create. Now you have your very own card in the Major Arcana mirroring the Six of Pentacles, Justice in reverse. This is, I'm hearing specifically for you, character play. This is a nearing the very foundation, the fundamentalism of what our core philosophy is, of why we're here, of what we are to create, and the role that our thoughts play in that are confounded in this moment of experimentation, okay, of experimentation in the third dimension, in a very physical, hands-on sort of way as I'm getting it. Now, the Ten of Wands upright, right beneath this Justice card, this is speaking to the transformation of our habits, the habits of thinking, okay, and that's at a culminating point for you. I'm getting by way of your own will, your own doing. It's like you want this, whatever this is, you want this, and I'm getting that you're very excited about it, okay. Now, there is a sort of unconventionality to whatever it is that is bringing you a certain sense of pleasure at this point in time. It's confounding even to your own sort of expectation, but not in a way where you're like, what am I doing? But in a way of embodying the feeling and feeling how different that feeling is in relation to how you have characterize, perceive, personified emotional satisfaction. And I'm hearing gratitude as well for you. So I'm not getting that it's necessarily I'm hearing the social circumstance, the circumstance of this change. It's more so the perceptive, the relative quality to it in relation to how you have experienced certain expectations. I'm hearing it again of growth, of passion, okay, of passion. Now, for a number of you, this may be speaking to legal. I'm hearing legal parameters, okay, for a number of you, as well as to perhaps relationships. You have the Hierophant, which speaks to conventional, constitutionalized marriage, bonds, so to speak, looking over at this interaction, almost as if sort of an onlooker to the Lovers and the Five of Swords. The Hierophant being Taurus's card. Okay, so if you are, I'm hearing involved with, I'm hearing bilaterally with a Taurus, I'm hearing, one second, Libra. It's very interesting because, okay, let me say this. First, you have here the Hierophant, then you have the Ace of Swords right next to the Hierophant, right behind the Hierophant in reverse. There's the Son of Wands in reverse. Both the Hierophant and the Son of Wands have their heads cranked towards the Lovers, who fly straight into this Five of Swords, entertaining this sort of confrontation with pleasure, with what just satisfies us. And it's almost like, you're living out this moment of just feeling, okay, you, and what that feels like. And it's like you have these onlookers, be it the own reflective state of your sort of subconscious mind, Libra, right? Or be it actual people, be it actual systems, bodies of thinking, be it communities, be it a certain structure. Okay, I'm getting it again, body. I'm hearing homogenized thought. The attention, and then if these are two individuals, okay, there is a speechlessness and there's an inaction, okay? Okay, whatever it is that is being experienced, there is a recognition that it's so natural. Okay, the purity of the experience is so natural that it's almost as if, yes, okay, there's a certain sort of shock value, okay, that others may perceive, but they realize in them there's nothing to say. There's literally nothing to say. Nothing defies, I'm hearing, the logic of the state of just being. Because in the moment where you're just being, there is the simultaneous defiance of any sort of, I'm hearing, law, any sort of regulation of what should be the state of being. And it's that defiance of expectation, of boundary, I'm hearing, of conclusive, sort of, I'm hearing, exclusive. I'm hearing experience of matters of love that forms the boundary between states of being and states of, in a certain way, opposition. So where we are flowing with and residing with the momentum of feeling what it is that we do in any given moment, naturally, right, there's a certain contradictory, okay, sort of view that holds, I'm hearing, no meaning, no value. When we realize that pleasure, that emotional satisfaction holds no I'm hearing stigmatized value, I'm hearing specifically, okay, that there is no, I'm hearing barometer for success. And so, right, you have this Ace of Swords in reverse, right in the middle of the spread, and the focus is the sort of inability to defy with logic what just is so obvious in the moments that you're living in. And this changes, okay, certain paradigms of what emotional cognizance even means. Okay, specifically as it pertains to partnerships, matters of partnerships. And I'm hearing change. There is change as it pertains to the participation of, I'm hearing parts and whole. How it is that we seek a certain level of gratification, okay, and how that contributes to the world that we understand is not defined. Is of our, I'm hearing, our experimentation. And you're looking at it like this, Libra, it's like, I realize my priority is not to define the priority. I'm hearing forever. In the moment, I'm hearing I'm blown to the left. And in another, the wind inevitably changes. And I want to remain, I'm hearing, free in a certain way, especially by way of the perceptive quality to my movement, to move with, I'm hearing, the ember of my being. I'm hearing where light travels, where the light carries me. And if that defies certain paradigms, I'm hearing specifically of certain relationships, of how a relationship is to work in a certain way, then I realize that momentum is my key. And if I slow, I'm hearing specifically down to smell the roses, At what point am I sacrificing in a certain way the upholding of this vision? I'm hearing specifically of light. And we see this tree, right, in reverse. To which point its roots, okay, are the focus. Right? It's almost like you're pulling this tree out of the ground, right? To take a look at what really sustains or has sustained in a certain way, specifically emotionally, in terms of give and take, a certain reality, a certain world. Okay, I'm hearing transfiguration of what idealism means to us. And you're taking a very super sober look at it. I almost said Sagittarius and Capricorn at the same time. Libra. And you're not, I'm seeing yet again, you're not, and you've got, look, the Six of Pentacles in reverse as well. It's like you're like, I don't want to just look at the tree. I don't want to just smell the roses. Okay, I'm hearing, I don't want to stop on my way, okay, to observe, just to observe. I'm hearing what I'm told to observe in the way that I'm told to observe it. In the way that most, I'm hearing yet again, normalcy. Most would typically appreciate certain things, okay? I want to understand how this leads me to where it is that I don't understand I'm going. Does it allow for the room to continually discover what that world looks like, tastes like, feels like every step of the way? And that path, of course, is your focus, Libra, on creation and the experience of creating, okay, in such a way where, right, I'm hearing unprecedented, okay, and it's almost as if you're like, you know what, I would rather not know how many hours I'm working in a day, because who knows, I may end up, right, being super productive, wanting to work a few more hours than that. And so I don't want to cap. I don't want to set an expectation upon, again, even if it's just perceptively, right? You and yourself in a certain way, as you perceive it. My barometer, okay, of growth, of change, of experience, and I'm hearing for a number of you specifically success. I want to leave the door open in a certain way, okay? Now, you've got here the Emperor upright in the bottom right-hand corner, right over the Seven of Swords in reverse, right over the Empress in reverse. You've got the Emperor and the Empress, a pair here in the Major Arcana, speaking to the Aries archetype with the Seven of Swords in reverse, smack dab in the middle. If this is a partnership, a relationship, there is communication, okay, of whatever has not until this point has been known, has been felt, but has been held in a certain way, impending. Whatever has been dissonant, there's communication, and that is the threshold, okay? That is the point, and be it if it is in regards to the role that both parties play in a financial way, in a monetary way, in a material way, as it pertains to the contribution to matters of creation. There is a speaking of this, okay? Specifically, I'm getting one party speaking out about it, and I'm getting that it is you, okay? It is you for a number of you, I'm getting strongly that the Seven of Swords energy is yours, but take it as you will, right? If you're watching for another, there's a focus here on what you want to create, on what you really want, and what puts you into that mind frame, okay? That frame of mind, that state of being where you feel connected, so much so. I'm hearing like a mother with her offspring, specifically. I'm hearing that for you, however that may resonate with you. To what it is that you bring into being. And there was a similar energy for Scorpio, okay? I do remember that in the early November reading. Nonetheless, Libra, if this is you having a conversation with another, there is a focus on coming out about, well, this is what I want my role to be. This is what's going to make me feel. I'm hearing on top of my game. This is what's going to make me feel that I'm not just working and creating and doing, but that it is in such a way that gives me the sense of a place without defining my place at the same time. Okay, and so, and yet again, this may be, right, an internal sort of dialogue, a realization. Now you've got the Four of Wands as well, right in between, mirroring, as the point of mirroring the sort of horizon between the Six of Cups and the Seven of Swords, 6, 7 with the 4 right in the middle. The focus here is on the experimental quality to the reconfiguration of what material assets mean as it pertains to matters of transformation, of creation, of what it means to truly create, and again, right, how that third dimension, how material assets and finances are relevant to the higher states of being, of consciousness, of creation. And that's the focus here. Okay, and you have a focus here on relationships, partnerships, strongly, very much so, for a number of you, very, very much so. The sort of the yin, the yang, the polar forces, matters of collaboration. And I'm hearing it's not straight edge. Excuse me, Libra. It's not what binds the clarity, the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Six of Cups, right, the 3 of the 3, is the transformational quality to how we see what is otherwise I'm hearing solemn, and I'm hearing solid state for a number of you specifically. So what is otherwise just, again, plain and simple, there's this reconfiguration of the aspect, okay, that we recognize of it that is anomalous, okay. Now, we, as it compares, again, to how we've seen it in the past, yet again, there is a focus here on the role that we take on, specifically, again, as it pertains to matters of partnership. 2 of Cups, upright, right beneath the Daughter of Swords, okay, with the World in reverse, mirroring the Daughter of Wands upright, the 9 of Wands upright. Whatever this action is, whatever this process of experimentation is and has been, there's been a knowing that we're reaching this point. And we've wanted this, yet again, very, very, very much so. We've driven ourselves to this point. We've accepted that it reshapes our paradigm, the philosophy of love for us, of partnership for us, of emotional satisfaction for us. Be it all those things. Be it, right, all those things as it pertains to our interconnectedness with others, that kind of partnership, or be it, right, you and yourself, that partnership. And we all hold those two propensities of the yin, the yang, the masculine, the feminine, right? And it's the very personal relationship that we hold with ourselves that's reflected in the relationships that we hold with others. And so whatever it may be for you specifically, Libra, there's the focusing on what we want as an individual, as it pertains to, I'm hearing specifically, enlightenment of our cause. And you realize it's got to be my priority to find not just my place in this world, but to find myself in the world that I realize I'm here to create. And what is that for me? That being my mode of transit to emotional satisfaction. And I'm hearing specifically for you, enlightenment, okay, for a strong number of you. You have the Six of Wands in reverse, overlaying the Mother of Cups in reverse, overlaying the Father of Swords in reverse. Mother, Father, again, you've got a duo here, a pair. Again, right, with the Empress and the Emperor, another pair. Lots of cards speaking to duality, right? The Six of Cups. You've got the Two of Cups. You've got the Lovers. Okay, you've got the Hierophant as well, right? Again, speaking to marriage. But there is a tremendous focus here on, as well, the assets that underpin the matter of what you feel to be a matter, not of the finances, but of the emotional landscape that upholds the structure of what we create together, with others, with ourselves. Okay, you realize that at the end of the day, okay, I'm hearing it is a state of dreaming. I'm hearing dreamscape. Yes, okay, it's a matter of releasing inhibitions and expectations. But at the end of the day, there is a certain path that's followed. There's a certain course, and you have the Six of Pentacles at the apex of your reading, the Seven of Pentacles at the base, 6, 7. There's the recognition that what brings us to the state to even think about, right, what we are redefining is the very, I'm hearing the very state, the very essence, I'm hearing the stature of what we're working with. And I'm getting, it's like, it's a beckoning to remember that at the end of the day, that there is this echo in the echo chamber. Okay, there are the sort of many manifestations of what we're working with, right? And yet again, I'm getting, it's like at the end of the day, okay, if we're working with tools in the lab, at the end of the day, they are still regarded as certain things, specifically to others in the third dimension, and perhaps even, right, to the dimensions that you still operate in. I got a similar energy it was for Pisces. I've been getting this feeling for Pisces for quite some time now, okay, that spoke to the sort of transference of dimension of reality and the recognition, all the same, that just as much as we step into one reality and into the next, right, we realize that just as much as either reality exists, they both still exist at the end of the day. And it's this sort of reflective nature, okay? Now, there may be an individual involved with the financial aspect. I'm hearing the structural, I'm hearing rebound, okay, component of whatever supports this I'm hearing process of questioning, this experimentation. I'm hearing it's like kind of like brought to you by, okay. And I'm hearing specifically donation, okay, for a number of you, is perhaps an individual who has a lot of earth in their chart, okay, a lot of earth in their chart, financially minded, and takes a very sober approach to matters of finances. Okay, matters of finances. Now, yet again, this financial backing, if it is financial backing, support, is the turning of the chapter to matters of creation. But yet again, I'm seeing it as you're not just taking what you're being given, you are compartmentalizing, okay, yet again, the assets in such a way where you're like, I want to experiment a little bit. Yet again, with what I am being given as sort of in a way where there's expectation of the cause. I'm seeking. I'm hearing where I'm coming from. Okay, so but I'm getting that the source is it remains, is sort of stable, okay, foundation. But I'm hearing on your off time, on your downtime, it's almost like, well, I'm going to take these tools home and I'm going to see what I can do with them, that kind of thing. Okay, now the focus for you here, Libra, is on eventually understanding what brings you to this state of emotional satisfaction, bliss, as you feel it. In not just the moments, okay, I'm hearing not just the pockets, okay, of experience, but in such a way that is stable over time, through time, and compatible, I'm hearing, with the financial resources. So it's almost like, how do I take this experience and I'm here to replicate it, duplicate it in a way that's, again, financially feasible, but that doesn't detract from the quality and the nature of the experience that's had in this I'm hearing this slingshot state. Okay. Now, you've got here, yet again, a pair, right? Mother of Cups and the Father of Swords. Two different elements, water and air, speaking to emotions, intuition, and the intellectual mind, with the Six of Wands right in reverse. You've got 3 sixes here in the spread. The Six of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, okay? Right beneath the Son of Wands here. Now, there are so many cards here in reverse. Namely the Six of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Son of Wands. Okay. And the question is, what not only capacitates my motion and movement forward, but what compels me to make the decisions that I do in relation to my growth, in a way that speaks to, yet again, the incentive, the feeling, the passion that I hold for my work. In the moments where there's no questioning. I'm hearing muted. There's no. It's like no one can say anything, because what I'm experiencing is an experience. And when I am completely accepting of the transformational quality to the experience, when I'm completely embodying it, everything else is on the periphery. And specifically, if there are 2 individuals, Mother of Cups, Father of Swords, an individual with a lot of air in the chart or a lot of water, or someone with the merging of these two propensities, be it your own energy. Yet again, the focus here is on the idealization of transformation in a conceptual way, in such a way that speaks to the future longevity of transformations to come in regards to the financial, monetary, very practical in a certain way, dimensions of your work. Okay, so it's so very exciting, Libra, my goodness. Tremendous focus on creation here and the broadening of horizons. Have a beautiful, beautiful early November, and I hope that this reading was helpful for you. I'll be back soon with the mid-November readings. Protocol on that was mentioned at the beginning of this video, and at the end I'll have a little message here. So thank you so very much again for tuning in, Libra. Have a beautiful early November, and I highly recommend you check out your rising, ascendant, or moon sign as well, as oftentimes those may provide you with further insights into your situation. For example, I know that I resonate a lot with my moon sign, even more than my sun sometimes, and I resonate here and there with my rising ascendant as well. For matters of love, career, finances, relationships, hobbies, and the like, Venus may play a role, okay, for you. So it doesn't hurt to check it out. See how it resonates with you within that sort of dimension, if you're so compelled, okay. Thank you so much again for tuning in. And if you don't know your signs, you can click the link below in the description box I provide, and that will compute them for you. Okay, nonetheless, love and light to all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to your early November reading. And I just wanted to update as the reading for this video was recorded a few days prior to the confirmation of the way the mid-monthly readings would be working. Okay, so the mid-November readings are now currently available to reserve via the link Alchemy and You. Also available in the description box below, so you can click on that. If you go directly to the website, there should be a banner up there, and you can click that and reserve that way. Okay. Otherwise, thank you all so very much for your support. I appreciate it so very much. For those of you who perhaps were not tuned in the last month when I addressed this change in the way that the mid-monthly readings would work, this change really allows for me to continue with the mid-monthly readings. Okay, as right, I have the personal services that I offer, but I would like to continue with the general readings, giving them the time and the attention that I do. So your support in this really allows me to continue with that. So thank you so very much, all of you, for your support, your love, your light, your comments, your subscriptions, your shares. I'm so very touched by all of you, and I hope to see you in the November reading soon. All right, bye.